Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another fragrance rotation video for the week ending the 11th of February, 2024. Spectacular. That is right, my friends. Once again, I have returned to you with another fragrance rotation video. And this week, I have worn a few things I haven't worn for a while. There's a return of a familiar face. One fragrance I did a review on. And so, shall we get into it? What do you mean, no? Yes. Don't do that. Anyway, first up, on Monday, I wore New Harlem from the House of Bond Number 9. The terrible, terrible House of Bond Number 9. The house that once got Sebastian's channel disintegrated, dissolved. I don't know. He had to start a new one anyway because he said things that they didn't like. Or something like that. I can't remember, but it was terrible from them. Anyway, this is their only good fragrance in my opinion. Some other people will claim Andy Warhol was a good fragrance, or Bleecker Street was a good fragrance, and, well, good for them. But not for me. This is the old New York breakfast, the American breakfast. Waffles, syrup, coffee, tonka. Well, it's brought on by tonka, obviously. You don't put tonka bean on your bread. I don't know, some people might. Vanilla. There's lavender in it. But if you want designer at niche prices, Bond Number 9 is the house for you. Overpriced, overrated, overexposed, and that kind of Xerjoff kind of realm, really. Although much worse fragrances than Xerjoff, to be fair. I mean, I've said that, and I mean, these are just so much worse. But this is a nice fragrance, and I like wearing it, you know. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. This kind of reminds me of much earlier in my fragrance journey. It was available at discounters. I managed to get my bottle off a friend for a reasonable price, because God knows they are not reasonably priced these days. This is one of the old formulations. There was a reformulation, and it was re-released recently in the last few years, you know, the last 2 or 3 years. But this is the original, and it's not bad. It's not bad. It's good for cold weather. Next up, we have a actually good fragrance, you know. Oh no! And this is a legend of my well, it's becoming a legend of my channel, and this is Myrrh Ardente. I don't know if you can see what I've done. I mean, this was new when I got it, you know. I don't think there was anything missing. I can't remember. But there wasn't. If there was, it wasn't much. I've put a mighty dent in that. This is sensational. This is Myrrh, tonka bean, beeswax, benzoin, and it's fabulous. I absolutely love Myrrh as a note. There's another big Myrrh perfume coming up. In fact, it's my scent of the day, so you'll have to wait. But performance on this is fantastic. It's got a slightly cola vibe, which sometimes Myrrh can give. It's creamy, it's fresh, it's clean. It's amazing. And I love it. And I am trying to convince myself to wear this during the spring as well. So you may see it. You may see it. Certainly early spring I could get away with it. Okay. Wednesday. Wednesday, I wore the fragrance that I reviewed on Wednesday. And this is very different from Myrrh Don't. This is Santal Majuscule. Slightly sour, slightly bitter, slightly sweet. Fantastically made. It's got a woodiness. It's got a dryness. It's absolutely fantastic. One of Christopher Sheldrake's best of his career, in my opinion. Not sure if he would agree. Not really bothered if he agrees, to be honest. I love it. As you can see by how much I have worn of it. Fortunately, I do have a backup. I wasn't going to back it up when I first got it, and then I decided to back it up anyway, because it was fantastic. Anyway, this is still available, and apparently it's still in good condition. If what I remember is true. Okay. Thursday. Thursday is a fragrance that I will not talk about much, but I did wear it. And this is Bellarme. I did not wear all of this. I did decant quite a bit of it. Decanted quite a few samples to send to people in the UK. This is iris, chocolate, musk, tonka, a little bit of spiciness too. Okay, on Friday. Oh, Friday, something completely different. This is For Him by Narciso Rodriguez. This is the original Eau de Toilette. Eau de Toilette. Turn into a Yorkshireman. The Eau de Toilette. Violet, musk, patchouli, more musk, maybe some lavender. It's one of Kurdijan's best as well. It's much better than the shite he releases these days. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. This is, a lot of people say it smells like wet concrete, and it definitely has that vibe, you know. It definitely has that vibe. Not overly complex. It doesn't have to be. It's extremely solid and it's extremely imaginative. A little bit floral, a little bit grainy, you know. Totally get the wet concrete vibe. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic image that somebody's conjured up. I would love to know who came up with that for the first time, because that's genuinely absolutely spot on. The colour of the bottle slightly blue compared to the colour of concrete. It's definitely floral at the top with that violet. Maybe something a little bit spicy, like peppery kind of thing. Fantastic. I really enjoy it, and I should wear it more. I wore it because it was absolutely pouring. The weather was grim. And that is the perfect weather for that fragrance. It's brilliant rainy season, rainy fragrance. Anywho, Saturday I went for something completely different, and this is Bois 1920 Real Patchouli, the Eau de Toilette. Do not be deceived, my friends. I once bought a bottle of this, and it was the Eau de Parfum in an Eau de Toilette bottle. And I was most unimpressed. There is a video on my channel about my experience with Bois 1920. I hope you will watch it, and you will beware of the shenanigans that goes on. I was not impressed. I will never work with this brand again. Well, I say work with them, I mean buy their stuff again. I will never go anywhere near it. But this fragrance is fantastic. It's thick, rich, ambery patchouli, like patchouli syrup. And it's fantastic for the cold weather. A little bit green, bit of sandalwood, creamy, rich. Maybe some kind of other resins in there. Oh, maybe a bit of benzoin, vanilla type thing, you know. A little bit creamy, sweet. Something a bit green as well. I just remember smelling this for the first time out of a sample from Narciso. And I was like, wow, that's a lot of fragrance. It was rich, thick, dank, you know. Brilliant stuff. Anyway, last but not least is my scent of the day. And my scent of the day today is a classic. For me, anyway. It is a designer, but it smells much better than what a lot of designers put out. Kind of reminds me a bit of Maître Parfumé Elegantie's Bois de Turkey, and this is M7 Oud Absolute. I don't wear this enough for how much I like it. I really do like this. One of the best reformulations of all time. Is it better than the original? I don't think so, but it smells fantastic. Some of the notes are on the side, and this is mandarin, bois de oud, patchouli, cyst, and myrrh. There's the myrrh again, you see. Awesome. Performance isn't that great, but just spray again. I've used between half and 2/3 of the bottle, and I'm pretty happy about it. Anyway, this has been my fragrance rotation for the week. Hope you have enjoyed it. Let me know. And I will see you all again soon.